Hi, my name is Yasmin. I am the owner of Robles Designs, where we create drill-worthy websites and brands for entrepreneurs who are hell-bent on taking over the world. And today I'm going to be chatting with you about how to name your image files and really what just the best methodology is, and then what you should do, how you can name them, and then why you should really do it. So making sure that your images are named properly helps your designer then go through, and let's say you want image titled X, Y, and Z to go as the hero at the hero section of the site. Then your designer can simply go in, find the image in that folder, and put it in there. It's a lot easier to find, so making sure that it has a unique name. Now for SEO purposes, you want to make sure that the image names have something descriptive. I wouldn't worry so much about it if it was a background image of like marble, but if you are, let's say, launching a book or have an image of yourself speaking, or some of my clients, they host workshops and it's an image of a workshop that you recently hosted, anything like that. If you blog and use images of people or animals or anything, you would likely need to go through, and before you upload the image, make sure that it's named something descriptive. So similar to alt text and title text, you want to make sure that the name, again, is very descriptive, but don't keyword stuff it. So you don't want to, let's say, I was doing something about websites in Columbus, Ohio, and my image was of myself in my office, but then I named the image website designer, Columbus, Ohio, and then maybe adding a bunch more keywords in there, Columbus, Ohio, international, graphic design, but the image is actually of myself sitting in my office, maybe working on something or writing something down. So it's not very descriptive of the actual image. You can think of wedding photography. So when you get photographs back from your photographer, usually they will just be named like image 00 something something .jpeg. You want to rename those. If you're going to be putting them on a site, rename them. Like, let's say you got married, let's say there was a horse in your wedding for some reason, and you have a picture of that, of you standing next to the horse with a beautiful wedding. I don't know why there's a horse, but there's a beautiful wedding dress, and maybe you got married in a farm or something beautiful on the countryside. And so you want to make sure that it says maybe bride dash groom dash farm dash wedding. And if there's a specific, if it's a specific farm, or a specific, if you got married on a beach somewhere in a specific city or anything like that, you want to make sure that it is named that, because it's descriptive, it's a location. But if you're just like, if it's a picture of me, if you go on our site, it's a picture of me just sitting there, or if you go on social media and find some of the more professionally shot pictures, you don't have to necessarily put all those keywords in there, because really when you look at the picture, if somebody would be reading what the description is of the image who didn't know your business, it could just be named something like, I don't know, designer in a designer office, website design office, maybe not website design, but if it's a picture of me and I am sitting there, woman in office, just something that describes the image. Even if it's a wedding, let's say it is a wedding because it's more personal, you might want to name it with people's names, but again, that doesn't really do much for your SEO unless it's a very widely known person. So just think of it that way. Think of how you would describe the image if somebody could not see it and they were looking for specific keywords. Again, don't keyword stuff though. So make it short, easy to read. And the reason I said dash is because typically when you export images, there are no spaces, there are dash. If you export it through Photoshop, it'll just add the dash in there. Or WordPress, I believe, just adds it in when you import it. It'll add the dashes, and you can go in and change it, I believe. But yeah, it adds the dashes in. So that's just a quick tip on naming images. One, it helps your designer. So if you say, I want to use the image of myself speaking at this conference X, Y, and Z, then your designer, all they have to do is go into the images folder that you probably have shared with them and go look for that image. But if it's image, you'll have to remember image X9001 .jpeg. You'll have to remember those, and it's just harder for everyone involved to remember those. So make sure to go through your images before you upload them onto your site. Make sure that they have they're descriptive. If you have a lot of images, let's say you just had a photo shoot, you have 30 different images coming, and that's a lot of time. Choose the ones that are going to be the most important. So let's say homepage images, just images that are like your total faves. Make sure you go through and rename those, and then you can always go back in and do the other ones, but that'll save you a bit of time, and you're focusing on the keywords and on the images that you will more than likely use in high level pages, so homepage, about page, things like that. So if you have any questions, please reach out. I am on Instagram at Robles Design Studio, Facebook at Robles Design Studio, and sometimes on Twitter. Usually I just stalk people on Twitter. You can also email me at yasmin@roblesdesigns.com. You can visit our website, roblesdesigns.com. Any questions you have, if you want a website audit, or just want to chat through a few hiccups that you've had with your site, let me know, and I hope to chat with you soon. All right.